years out, and I've been through a lot. My first year was rough. And I've had acute rejection. I've already been through chronic rejection, all the treatments therein. I've had multiple stomach surgeries. I've had multiple sinus surgeries. It has been a trip. And people ask me all the time, would you do it again?
'Cause you are beautiful in all your ways.
My childhood was pretty normal, I guess, other than the fact that I was sick a lot. I was born in Germany, and my dad was in the military, so I guess I was, what do they call that, Army brat?
Army brat.
You move with the military. So when I was almost 3, we moved to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was based in Fort Riley, Kansas.
Wow.
And so that's where we lived for part of my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked living on the Army base. There were kids there. But when we first moved to the United States, I didn't know any English, only German. So I had to learn English first. And my mom tells this story about when I went door to door, and I would knock on the door, and when the people would answer, I would ask them, do you have any kids to play with, in German? And people would just be like, who is this kid? Trying to speak to me in some language I don't know. But I learned English pretty fast. I mean, I was just a little kid, so I learned it fast. And we lived in Kansas until my dad got out of the military in the early 90s. And when I was in 5th grade, we moved to here, Jasper, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I lived most of my childhood. And I loved living here. I played outside a lot, and I loved being at the lake and the warm weather. And I had friends growing up in our congregation here. But I was sick a lot when I was a kid, especially after we moved to Texas, starting around age 10. In the hospital, in and out of the hospital a lot. The doctors didn't really know what was going on with me, so they tried their best. But I was a pretty resilient kid. Pretty much didn't let it get me down too much. But it was hard, being sick. In the 6th grade, I didn't go to school. I didn't go to public school. I was what you call homebound. It's for kids that are too sick to go to school. So you stay home, and the public school teachers, they send all your work to school, and then the public school sends a tutor.
Oh.
And they come like 2 or 3 times a week, and they make sure you're understanding your assignments, and they bring in your tests. And so I did that during the 6th grade. And then I remember 7th grade, I told my mom, I was like, okay, I think I'm better now. I want to go back to school. So I worked really hard and went back to real school. So it was just kind of stuff like that. I mean, I got sick, I'd go to the hospital, I'd get better, I'd go back to school. I had a lot of surgeries and things like that. But for me, that was normal. It was a normal thing for me to be sick, to go to the hospital, to come home, and then do my home. I have 2 little brothers. One of them is 4 years younger than me, and the other one is 13 years younger than me. So I love my brothers a lot, and I loved being home with them. So, well, my middle brother, we fought a lot when we were little, but when we got to be teenagers, we got along. My mom was always, she's always been a very positive person in my life. She always, whenever I was in the hospital, she made up games. She brought crafts. We would be in the hospital, I don't know, making things and crocheting or painting or playing games or whatever. And it didn't matter where we were. She was always coming up with something for me to do. So I never felt like I was missing out. If I was at home and I couldn't go outside and play and I would feel bad, she or my grandmother, they would come up with something for me to do. So even if I felt like, for a second, I felt like, oh, bummer, all the kids are outside, I never felt like I was missing out on anything. So in that sense, I felt like I was a pretty normal. Teasing in high school probably did affect me some, even long term, a little bit, because there were times in my life where I kind of just hesitated a little bit before I chose a certain style or something like that, because I was like, oh, people are gonna think something or whatever. And on top of that, I've always had my own sort of weird style. I didn't really go for the trends. I kind of liked what I liked. My family never really had a ton of money, so my mom and we liked going to all the Goodwills and the thrift shops, and I would pick out whatever I liked, and that's what I liked, and I wore it. And if I wanted to wear a jumpsuit from the 1970s in the 5th grade, that's what I wore. And the kids were just like, what is that? And I was just, whatever, if they don't like it, who cares? And so then that was kind of the thing. But then I would just wear it over in the corner because it was just kind of like they would poke fun at me. So I tried to be invisible in my 1970s jumpsuit. And I remember that jumpsuit too because it was black and it had this print with these huge mauve roses, and then it had one of the fabric roses right here, and it was humongous too. And I thought I was the greatest thing when I got to school, and it didn't take 5 minutes for me to realize not really. Wow. But I still thought it was great. I don't think I wore it again to school, but first of all, I never thought about organ donation, period. I mean, it never really crossed my mind, and when it did, it was just like, oh, well, that's for somebody else. Most people I realize they don't think about it because it doesn't touch them, it doesn't affect them. I just really don't think people think about it, and when I go talk to people about it, speak to people about it, I think it's the same thing. They think about it, but it's different because they've never had to deal with it, they never had to think about it. And so now, I am an organ donor. And many of my family members and friends, I'm proud to say, are now organ donors. They have those little tiny hearts on their driver's license. And every time somebody that I know who's been touched by my experience comes to me and shows me that they did that they registered, it affects me so deeply because they've been affected by my life. And so now they've been able to really think about organ donation and how important it is. And so now they took the step to register as an organ donor. And so that's very important to me, to have people think about it, to see an actual real life person who's been affected by it, and then make the decision to do that. So that's one way that my life has been affected, because I feel like it's important to show people, think about it and take the action, because it is important. It's extremely important because there's so many people waiting, and waiting is excruciating. I mean, it's excruciating. And another way I think that I've really changed as far as how you meant is I used to be so nervous and fearful about everything. I mean, just cautious to the extent that I just, didn't want to really do anything. I mean, and not adventurous at all, because I just was scared, nervous. And I feel like now I'm just kind of like, why not? Why not do this? Why not do that? Why not try this? Why not go and do that? And I think it's because I've been through this experience that I want to do so many things. And, you know, directly after my transplant, I didn't even want to leave my apartment because I was just afraid to, you know, catch something or whatever. And I still have that, you know, fear of, you know, catching certain germs and things like that, because transplant patients are easily susceptible to things like that. But I want to have experiences. I want to do things and go places and meet people and do all those things. And that was something I didn't want to do before because I was afraid to do that. I was nervous. I was a very nervous person. So I think that that's something that has changed in me. I have this kind of desire to go and do and meet. People to go, places to go, people to see, that kind of aspect in myself. And my husband says I get excitable. My mom says passionate. I think those are nice ways to say that. I think I get very easily worked up about stuff because I have this, I don't know, I think I feel very empathetic for people. And so when I see someone else that's hurt or alone or just injustice, I hurt for people before, but now I feel like I just can't stand it.